Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the...
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He had the green light to sling it last week, over 450 yards passing. It's the Packers and the Lions, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Right to the air is Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Rodgers going to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. That one a first down pickup of 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Sammy Watkins who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get to play in the 2nd. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. After one, 7-0. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. left side complete. That's Watkins. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Sammy Watkins who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Week 9 here in the National Football League. You'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards remain on second down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire. D. Ford that time getting the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Gets around him, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
A play fake for Swift, now Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 50, it's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rodgers to throw once more. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 22. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is,
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. Rodgers now on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Rodgers again now. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. Lions 2-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nick Chubb,
his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions.
Again, help me, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 24.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and that will be third down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Got a man. It's Amari Rodgers complete.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. Now Goff on first down.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Packers Packers ready to take over offensively.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
59 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Chubb on the counter.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd is worth it. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 21. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Gone. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And again, it's Chubb. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some space here. 135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st down, it's gone. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. Touchdown, Detroit! DJ Chark with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Packers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.